Well, welcome back fellow mind. This video will be a part 2 of sorts, as it is tied to the ideas I discussed in my previous video. I speculated that Alistair, killing very particular overlords and yet sparing others present at the time, like Zestiel, Carmilla and Rosie among many others, were not random and actually part of the deal he struck with his very mysterious master, of whom I speculate to be Lilith herself. And after disposing of his master's targets, he is now trying to gain influence and allies in Hell for his eventual master plan against her. Do please check out that video, as there are other observations I mentioned over there, and please do freely leave a comment. But speaking of Lilith, today we try to unravel why exactly did she, under our established speculations, have Alistair kill very particular overlords, hiring him as a hitman of sorts, and why exactly did both of them conveniently vanish for exactly 7 years at around the same time, which is already a clear hint by the show on their possible connection.
Yeah, I thought he was gone for good too.
It's been 7 years!
How long has it been now?
Not that long, only 7 years.
What are her overall motivations for doing all this and more? Alike Alistair, today we delve into the enigmatic queen of Hazbin Hell.
Lilith.
Do be comfortable, fellow mind, as we dive into the dark politics of Hazbin Hotel's Hell, here in mine mind. I want first to establish once again her origins, as this is a fundamental part of understanding the context of her possible motives. Notably, in the first episode of the series, it was revealed to us that she and Lucifer were in fact cast down into hell after letting sin and evil enter into earth. But a key idea is that though Lucifer lost his motivation to properly rule hell, Lilith, on the other hand, reveled and through her powers of song emboldened the prowess of manifesting sinner demons. This, of course, led to heaven being threatened, rightfully so. Check out my video on why I think heaven is actually mostly justified, though granted under very suspicious intel. And as far as we can gather and infer, between her and Lucifer, Lilith, she was more active in Hell's governance than he was, especially given our speculation about her contracting Alistair as her sort of hitman. I mean, Lucifer was so out of touch that he did not even know who Alistair was. He probably even barely knows any of the other overlords, both the ones currently alive and the ones, killed by Alistair himself, because otherwise he would know who Alistair is and what he did.
Making a splash quicker than anyone had ever seen. At first, people wanted to dismiss him, but soon overlords started going missing.
So it would indeed seem that Lilith is the more active ruler given our speculations and assumptions. But again, the question is why? Why would she have a need to take out particular overlords? What exactly was her plan?
But this kingdom was something she really cared about.
Given her husband's clear lack of will to rule hell properly, she had to step up. I speculate that in their first moments in hell, she tried to make the best of the demonic sinners manifesting and uplift and empower them. Her goal, perhaps, is to make hell actually less hellish and more of an actual thriving society. Now, we can even speculate if she actually intended to rise up against heaven, but that is really unclear, because it is also possible that someone is working against Lilith's interests and sought to undermine her success in hell by crippling hell's soul power via misinforming heaven and broaching the idea of extermination. But in any case, unlike Lucifer, we had no hint that Lilith's will to govern and progress hell to better societal standards diminished, even though she seemingly ditched hell to live in heaven, but I think there is more to that.
A well-earned sabbatical, nothing serious.
But given our speculation on her motives and character, which contrasts with her husband's, we can wonder that perhaps why she bade Alistair to kill overlords almost immediately after his manifestation was because these particular overlords were hindering her progress and vision of hell. Mayhaps even political rivals that wished to overthrow her and her family. Whatever the case, I think she targeted these particular ones as they threatened her plans, whether it be simply threatening her rule or what I suspect is more likely, threatening her vision of what she wants hell to become, having them eliminated by Alistair under the guise of a new ambitious soul taking power.
We're talking heavy hitters.
That is why we see Zestiel, Carmilla, and Rosie, and even that blue fire skull head guy still alive. Perhaps because they were actually just pretty chill, especially Rosie. Under my speculation, she is hardly the villain others speculate her to be, but rather a ruler who is trying to mastermind a way for her realm to attain a better existence through any means.
7 years off doing something important?
Okay, so establish that she just wants to lead hell into a better place. However, why did she and Alistair leave for 7 years? We have very limited leeway to speculate specifics here, admittedly, but all we can guess is that in that time, given what I've said, 7 years, they planned and set up a particular plan to further her vision. Perhaps it involves her having to be away in heaven and Alistair once again acting secretly on her behalf in hell.
It to me. It's time I remind everyone why I am here.
Especially seeing a possible prospect in her daughter's hotel to aid her vision for hell, though of course Alistair also sees prospects for his own plans in Charlie. Mayhaps I will update this speculation video in the future when we have more information to work with, as this is all we can really speculate for now, especially when we get further hints on her deal with Adam. To sum up, Lilith, unwilling to give up on hell and its sinners, envisions hell, or at least its people, to exist in a better state. As such, she had problematic overlords killed through her deal with Alistair, and now, together with her henchmen, has set up and are observing prospects for her planned vision of hell. However, due to Adam's death and the nullifying of her very mysterious deal with him, she has to now prematurely descend into hell once again. Still, a lot of questions left indeed. Why exactly are specifically Carmilla, Zestiel, Rosie, and the Flame Skull Overlord, who were present at the time of Alistair's killing spree, spared by Alistair in his killing spree? Why hasn't Lilith ordered the elimination of the V's, even though they seem to be an affront to her vision? If this speculation be true, of course, among other questions. Well, I shall need more time to think of these, but in the meantime, however, fellow mind, feel free to put your own speculations down below, and may we meet again soon. You are always welcome here in mine mind.